Earlier, you studied about the probability, the introduction and a definition of a probability, classical definition of a probability, and finding the probabilities to some uncertainty events and addition of a theorem, etc. etc. Right now, we are going to learn about the another concepts of the probability, like conditional event, conditional probability, multiplication theorem, and Bayes theorem, independent events, etc. Before that, let us we define a conditional event. Conditional event. What is the conditional event? Suppose A comma B are two events. A comma B are two events in a random experiment. In a random experiment, then the event that occurrence of A occurrence of the event A after the occurrence of the event B is called conditional event. Now this is a definition to conditional event. Once again, A comma B are two events in a random experiment, and the event that occurrence or happening of A after the occurrence of B or after the happening of B, then this event is known as a conditional event and it is denoted by A by B. So, A by B represents the event that A happens after the happening of B or occurrence of A after the occurrence of B. Similarly, suppose the event that occurrence of B after the occurrence of the event A is also known as a conditional event. It is also called a conditional event, and it is denoted by B by A. So, B by A is a conditional event that the occurrence of B after the occurrence of A. Now, suppose A and B are two events in a random experiment, and let us we take one example here. A comma B are two events in a random experiment. And then already we defined A by B comma B by A are the conditional event. Conditional events. Now the probabilities of these conditional events are called conditional probabilities. P of A by B is probability to this conditional event. So that P of A by B is called conditional probability. And P of B by A. So it is also called conditional probability to the event B by A. Now see, A comma B are any two events in a random experiment, and P of A by B is conditional probability of the event A by B. That means the probability of A by B is what? Here we have to find probability to the conditional event A by B. But we know that the event that A happens after the happening of B. Hence, the number of favorable cases to happen this A by B is the number of favorable cases of A and B to the number of favorable cases of B. Or in other words, we know that A by B is a conditional event. So B has some favorable cases and A also has some favorable cases in the random experiment. But A by B is a conditional event. So this A happens after the happening of B. Therefore, the number of favorable cases for this event is equal to, now the number of favorable cases of A intersection B from the number of favorable cases of B. That is the ratio of number of favorable cases to A intersection B by the number of favorable cases of B. So here we have to consider the favorable cases of A and B from the favorable cases of B. Then only the event happens. So that the probability of this conditional event P of A by B is given by number of favorable cases of A intersection B. That is N of A intersection B by N of B. Similarly, the probability for B by A. Probability for B by A. B by A is what? It is a conditional event. B by A is also a conditional event that B happens after the happening of A. That means we should consider the common elements of A and B or the common cases of A and B from the favorable cases of A. So that the number of favorable cases of A intersection B by the number of favorable cases of A. So the ratio of number of favorable cases of A intersection B to the number of favorable cases of A. It gives the probability of the event B by A. Hence, the probability of B by A can be taken as N of A intersection B by N of A. But here the fundamental condition is that N of B in the above case should be greater than 0, and in this case N of A must be greater than 0. The number of elements in the favorable case B should be greater than 0 here, and for conditional probability B by A, N of A must be greater than 0. Now we have one example. Suppose if I take one random experiment, that is tossing a coin 3 times. Tossing a coin 3 times. Now this is a random experiment. The total number of outcomes of this experiment is N of S, where S is sample space and n of s represents the total number of outcomes of the experiment. What are the total number of outcomes when when a coin is tossed 3 times? Triple H or HHT, HTH, THH, TTH, THT, HTT, TTT. Now these are the total number of cases that when a coin tosses 3 times. Now I am going to define 2 events. One is A is equal to the event that getting at least one head. And B is the event that the first coin shows tail. Okay, so 2 events I have taken. One is getting at least one head, and B is the first coin shows tail. Okay, now let us define one conditional event, that A by B. Let us define the conditional event A by B. How? At least one head, if it is given by first coin shows tail. Now this is a conditional event because of here one event depends on the other. At least one head if it is given by the first coin shows tail. Now the number of favorable cases for A getting at least one head means that what are the favorable cases for this event? At least one head means that we may get 1 head, 2 heads and 3 heads. So 1 head means that is HTT, HTH, HTT, TTH, comma, THT, comma, HHT, comma, THH, HTH and triple H. See, now the event that getting at least one head. Now here these are the favorable cases from total number of outcomes. Next, for the event B. B is the first coin shows tail. The first coin shows tail. Hence, the favorable cases to happen this event are THH, TTH, THT and triple T. Now these are the favorable cases happening of B. Coming to the conditional event. A by B is given that at least one head if it is given by first coin shows tail. Now let us find the probability of conditional event A by B. For A by B, so it is given that n of A intersection B by n of B. So n of A intersection B. N of A intersection B. What is A intersection B? A intersection B means it is the event that containing common favorable cases of A and B. So here favorable cases to A given and these are the favorable cases to B. So A intersection B, what are the common cases in both the sets? So the common cases are, you see, T, H, H, yes, T, T, H, T, H, T, and any more? That's all. Now these are the common cases. Therefore, the number of favorable cases to happen this event is equal to 3 by n of B. What are the total number of cases here for B? That is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of 4, 3 are favorable to happen this event. Therefore, the probability of the conditional event A by B is 3 by 4. Here we have one more problem, that is on conditional probability. See, a family has 2 children. What is the probability that both the children are boys given that at least one of them is a boy? Here the experiment is, a family has 2 children. Now, the family has 2 children. So generally the 2 children may be boys or girls, or one boy, one girl. Hence the total number of favorable cases to happen this one is B comma B, that means both are boys, or B comma G, boy and girl, or girl and boy, the first one is girl and second one is boy, or both are maybe girls. Now these are the possible favorable cases. Now what is the probability that both the children are boys, and given that when the condition is given, what is that condition? At least one of them is a boy. So find the probability of this case depending on this event. At least one of them is a boy. Now let us choose 2 events first. A is both the children are boys. Both the children are boys. So the favorable cases are only BB. And the another one is at least one of the child is a boy. At least one of children is a boy. Now for this event the favorable cases are at least one of the children is a boy, means that there may be a boy, girl, or girl, boy, or both may be boys. Hence the favorable cases are BG, GB, BB. Now let us define the conditional event A by B. What is that? Both the children are boys. Both the children are boys given that it is given that there is at least one of them is a boy. There is at least one of them is a boy. Now this is a conditional event A by B. Now the probability for this conditional event A by B is equal to, it is given by n of A intersection B by n of B. You know, n of B, it is already the favorable cases of B are 3. Therefore, n of B is equal to 3. And A intersection B, what are the common cases of A and B? Only one, that is BB. So that the number of favorable cases to A intersection B is equal to 1. Hence, finally, the probability that both the children are boys, if it is given that at least one of them is a boy, is 1. Now we have one more problem. See, a die is thrown twice. It's a problem on dice. A die is thrown twice and sum of the numbers appearing is observed to be 6. Sum of the numbers appearing is observed to be 6. What is the conditional probability that the number 4 has appeared at least once? See, this is the event, the number 4 has appeared at least once is depends on sum of the numbers appearing is observed to be 6. So, here also two events are there. So, first of all, the experiment is a die is thrown twice. A die is thrown twice. Whenever the die is thrown twice, then what are the favorable cases? The favorable cases are, 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, 1 comma 6 and so on up to 6 comma 6. Therefore, the total number of favorable cases of this sample space is equal to 6 square 36. You will get totally 36 pairs. Now, here two events are given. Let they be A and B. Here A is equal to the number 4 has occurred at least once. The number 4 has occurred or appeared at least once. Now let it be the event. The number 4 has appeared at least once. That means one of the two dice show at least 4. So that the favorable cases to happen this event are 4 comma 1. Suppose if first die shows 4 and the second die maybe show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 comma 1, 4 comma 2, 4 comma 3 and 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6. Suppose second die shows 4 and first die may be any of the number like 1 comma 4, 2 comma 4, 3 comma 4 and 4 comma 4 it is already taken, 5 comma 4 and 6 comma 4. Now these are the favorable cases. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Therefore, n of A is equal to 11. Now, let us take the another event B. What is that? Sum of the numbers appearing is observed to be 6. Sum of the numbers on the dice, sum of the numbers appearing on the dice is to be 6, is 6, is 6. Now let it be the event B. Sum on the die 6. What are the favorable cases here? When does the sum on the two dice is 6? If the first die shows 1 and the second die shows 5. 1 comma 5. 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. So that is one case. Or if first die shows 2 and the second one must show 4, such that 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Similarly, it is 3 comma 3, 4 comma 2 and 5 comma 1. Now these are the favorable cases. Hence, number of favorable cases to the event B is equal to 5. Now, but what is the question here? Find the conditional probability that the number 4 has appeared at least once when the sum of the two numbers appearing is observed to be 6. Therefore, A by B is a conditional event that the number 4 appear. Number 4 has appeared at least once. At least once. If it is given that sum of the two numbers on the dice is 6. Therefore, the probability of A by B is equal to n of A intersection B by n of B. N of A intersection B. What are the common favorable cases of A and B? The common values are, here you see 4 comma 2 and 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4, 4 comma 2. Just 2 are common in both A and B. Therefore, n of A intersection B is equal to 2 out of 5, where n of B is equal to number of favorable cases of the event B, that is equal to 5. Hence, the conditional probability that is P of A by B is equal to 2 by 5. We have done the problems on conditional probability. Now, let us know the properties of the conditional probability. The first one is, let F be the event of sample space S then probability of S by F is equal to the probability of F by F is equal to 1. Now this is the first property. See, F is a event in the sample space. That means F is always subset to S. Now let us consider probability of S by F. S by F, it means it is a conditional event that S, it is given by F. Now by its definition of conditional probability, we can write P of S by F as n of S intersection F by n of F. You know, S is a sample space and F is subset to S. Therefore, S intersection F is equal to what? The intersection of S and F is equals to F by n of S, n of F. So, n of F gets cancelled, it is equals to 1. Now, second one, P of F by F, that is equal to, again, by the definition of conditional probability. Actually, F by F means what? It is the event that F is given by F, and it can be taken as N of F intersection F by N of S, N of F. Now, F intersection F, what is the intersection of F and F? Itself, that is N of F by N of F. Now, both gets cancelled, it is equals to 1. Therefore, finally, the probability that S by F is equal to probability of F by F, both are equals to 1. Now, the second property, if A and B are any two events of a sample space S of an experiment, and F is an event of S such that P of F not equals to 0, then P of A union B by F is equal to P of A by F plus P of B by F minus P of A intersection B by F. Already we know that the probability of A by B means that it is the conditional event that the occurrence of A after B, and the conditional probability of that event is given by N of A intersection B by N of B. Okay. Now, if we divide the numerator and denominator both with N of S, then what? It is N of A intersection B by N of S whole divided by N of B by N of S. Right now, by classical definition of probability, N of A intersection B by N of S become the probability of A intersection B by N of B by N of S is probability of B. Therefore, probability of A by B can be taken as probability of A intersection B by probability of B. So, this is a general observation point. Now, coming to the property, here we have to prove that the probability of A union B by F is equal to P of A by F plus P of B by F minus P of A intersection B by F, where the probability of F is not equals to 0. Now, let us take the probability of A union B by F. Now, it can be taken as the probability of A union B intersection F by probability of F, according to that concept. Now, it is probability of A union B intersection F, A union B intersection F. So, by the distributive law, it can be taken as A intersection F union B intersection F by probability of F. It is the distribution in union. A union B intersection F is the distribution in union, that is A intersection F union B intersection F. A intersection F, it is one event, B intersection F, it is another event, and these two events are connected by U, so that it is probability of E1 union E2 form. The probability of E1 union E2 is equal to P of E1 plus P of E2 minus P of E1 intersection E2, which is known as addition theorem. So, by addition theorem concept, so we can write this one as P of A intersection F plus probability of B intersection F and minus probability of A intersection F intersection B intersection F by P of A. Now, this is the probability of A intersection F plus probability of B intersection F minus probability of, A intersection F intersection B intersection F, which is equals to A intersection B intersection F by P of F. Okay, right now we can prove this property in two ways. That is, first one is, suppose if A intersection B is not equal to phi, if A and B are disjoint events, like A intersection B not equal to phi. Therefore, the probability of A union B by F is equal to the probability of A intersection F plus the probability of B intersection F minus probability of A intersection B intersection F. A intersection B intersection F whole divided by P of F. Now we can resolve it into three fractions. That implies the probability of A union B by F is equal to, we can write it as P of A intersection F by P of F, A intersection F by P of F plus P of B intersection F by P of F minus the probability of A intersection B intersection F by P of F. By the definition of conditional probability, so this will be the probability of A by F. And the second fraction is, it is probability of B by F. And third one is the probability of A intersection B by F. Hence, A intersection B is not equal to phi, then the probability of A and B by F is proved as P of A by F plus P of B by F minus P of A intersection B by F. Now in another case, second case, suppose if A intersection B is equal to phi, if A and B are joint sets or joint events such that A intersection B is equal to phi, then what? The probability of A union B whole divided by F is equal to, here it is the probability of A by F plus probability of B by F minus, what about that? A intersection B is equal to phi, the probability of phi by F. Phi by F. Therefore, here it is probability of A by F plus probability of B by F minus probability of, we can replace phi by A intersection B by F. So actually the probability for phi is equal to 0. Probability of phi is equal to 0. So that we can write this one as minus P of 0 and later it can be replaced by probability of phi by F and phi can be replaced by A intersection B. So finally probability of A and B by F is equal to P of A by F plus P of B by F minus P of A intersection B by F. So whether A intersection B not equal to phi or equal to phi, then the property is common. Now the third property, that is, let E comma F be two events of a sample space S, then P of E dash by F is equal to 1 minus P of E by F. E dash is the complementary event of E. E dash is the complementary event of E. Therefore, E dash intersection E is equal to phi and E dash union E is equal to S. Okay. So it is already we know. Now, by the first property, by the property 1, we can write it as the probability of S by F is equal to 1. That is the probability of where S can be replaced by E dash union E by F is equal to 1. Now this implies, now by the second property, it can be taken as P of E dash by F plus P of E by F minus P of E dash intersection E by F is equal to 1. So that it is P of E dash by F plus P of E by F minus, what about this one? E dash intersection E is equal to 5. Therefore, phi of 5 by F is equal to 1. Now this is P of E dash by F plus P of E by F minus, what is F by F? It is probability of, it can be taken as probability of phi intersection F by P of F is equal to 1. Now the intersection of null set with F is always null set, empty set. Therefore, the probability of E dash by F plus probability of E by F minus, so this part becomes 0, 0 by something always 0 is equal to 1. So that from this probability of E dash by F is equal to 1 minus probability of E by F. Now this is the third property. Let us take one problem. If P of A is equal to 0.8, P of B is equal to 0.5 and P of B by A is equal to 0.4, then find the following. The first one is probability of A intersection B, and second one is probability of A by B, and third one is probability of A and B. Now here the given that probability for A is 0.8, probability for B it is 0.5, and the probability of B by A is equal to 0.4. Probability of B by A is equals to probability of B intersection A by P of A is equal to 0.4. Now this implies, but we know that probability of B intersection A is same as to probability of A intersection B, because B intersection A is always equals to A intersection B. That's why their probabilities are equal. Hence we can replace B intersection A by A intersection B by, but P of A, it is already given that 0.8 is equal to 0.4. Now on cross multiplying, it is the probability of A intersection B is equal to 0.8 into 0.4, that is 0.32. Hence the probability of A intersection B is equal to 0.32. That is the first one. And the next bit is, second bit, the probability of A by B. The probability of A by B is equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of B. But it is just now we found the probability of A intersection B, that is what? 0.32 by the probability of B, which is given that 0.5. We can take it as 32 by 50, or 2 table gets cancelled here, it is 16 times and this will be 25. So the probability of A by B is equal to 16 by 25. And the next one for third bit, the probability of A union B, by addition theorem, the probability of A and B is equals to PA, probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Here probability of A, it is already given that 0.8, and probability of B, it is also given 0.5, and probability of A intersection B, it is found that 0.32. Now this is 0.8 plus 0.5 is equal to 1.3 minus 0.32. So that is 1.30 minus 0.32. What is that? It is 8, 9 and 0.98. Therefore, the probability of A and B is equal to 0.98.